Well, hello everybody. I'm actually just waiting for a friend of mine to come online before I start this. Oh, and there they are. Good afternoon, Thivia. How are you doing? Right. Greetings, my loyal listeners and faithful followers. And if you're neither one of those, why not? Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So this is Journey. Now, I last played Journey, grief, on the PlayStation 4 while I was working at Sony. For whatever reason, I was allowed to play it one afternoon for a complete session, and it was one of the more profound gaming experiences of my life. So it'd be interesting to see how the PC version works. I have not played this at all since then. The only thing I've done so far is set the options for my graphics, which you can see there. Basically, I've got the graphics set to absolute screaming maximum. I'm also having a quick look here at G-Overlay to see what the load on the system is, and my goodness, it's I'm only running at 60 frames a second because that's my streaming speed, and wow, it's quite heavy on the CPU. It seems to be aggressively single-threaded, and which that thread is running at 100%, and then there is quite a load on the other cores. In fact, I'll show you. I think you can see that. And yes, for me to be running at 80 odd degrees centigrade is actually fairly normal. And 75% GPU settings? Oh wow, that seems to be a little excessive. I am really surprised that a game which is, oh grief, what is this, 8 years old? 10 years old? Is running quite like this. We shall see how it goes. I do know that at this screen I can get 120 frames a second, and that kicks the GPU utilization basically up to 100% as well. But as I say, I tend to run games at the same speed as I stream them at. Right, so I shall be keeping an eye on my system temperatures. I don't want them to go screaming through the roof. That is really surprising. But you're not here to listen to me talk technical stuff. You're here, hopefully, to watch me play the game. Let's see. Okay, let me know if the audio is okay. It's been a long time since I played this. I'm trying to remember how long ago I was working at Sony. I was a release engineer. Let's see if I can remember even how to play it. I'm not even sure I remember all of it. I do remember that it was because of Journey I started playing Sky, because I saw an advertisement for Sky And I thought, oh, that looks like Journey. I didn't realize that they were both developed by that game company. And in fact, Sky players may recognize this outfit. This is actually available on Sky. Whoa, that's some stagger there. Bit taller than our normal Sky players. Okay, so it's the usual controls. Yeah, that's a lot taller than our Sky avatars, isn't it? Okay, I actually had to turn the volume up quite a bit so that I can hear it. Can you hear the game sounds, Thivia? One of the things about this is that it is apparently... I've never actually heard the in-game music. I found it a fantastic game without the music. And am I supposed to be able to... That's a little bizarre. I couldn't change the camera. Oh no, it's a fixed camera angle. Okay, well, that explains that. Oh, and that should look familiar to Sky players. Don't you think? I mean, does that not look like Eden? Oh, okay. I need to check the game volume. Thivia, can you tell me if you can hear the game volume? Because I can turn that up. Alright, do I need to turn the game volume up? Because what I can hear isn't necessarily the same as what you can hear. Okay, I will... Oh, and that is not helpful. Let's... How about now? Okay. Alright, I've got desktop audio set to maximum. How about now? You should be able to hear music. And apparently the master volume set to 100%. Okay, alright. Are we good? Okay, alright. We'll go with that. And oh well, let's go through... Oh, well, there's a familiar game dynamic. The sliding down the sand dune. Whoa! This is really hammering my computer system. My system temperature is at 89 degrees centigrade. I may close a few things down. In fact, give me a second, and I will do that. I'm just going to close down a screen or three. And hopefully that will make a minor difference. That is very hot. Let's see whether that makes any difference. I think it's safe to say this game is not hugely optimized for modern PCs. What it must have run like on computers when it first came out, I do not know. The interesting thing is that Sky actually is CPU limited, but its graphics are much better. Control? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Alright, it looks like I can use the mouse. If I need to, I'll change it. Wow, yeah, that is still running very hot. Trying to figure what else I can switch off, to be honest, and the simple answer is not much. Oh, okay. Looks like the mouse is already set up for me. I don't need to do that. I assume I'm supposed to be heading for the mountain. Ah, am I supposed to be heading for that? I wonder how much of this is the same graphics engine that Sky has. Okay. This seems a little imprecise. Yeah, it's telling me to use the middle mouse button, and that seems to work better. Maybe I should have spent more time actually looking at what the game is supposed to... how the game is supposed to work. Ah, okay. It's not the center button, it's the right mouse button. Which makes more sense. Okay. That's a familiar sort of honk. Ha! And that is very much a game dynamic you see in Sky. I actually do not at this point have any idea where I'm supposed to go. Oh, I see. I've run out of Flappy, as we would say in Sky. Oh, okay. Supposed to go there? I had not realized how much of this game dynamic they borrowed from, how much Sky borrowed from Journey in terms of the game dynamic. That is actually quite fascinating. Alright, I'm assuming I have to get up there. Yeah. That's exactly like the sound a honk to get the birds down. And I think your the tail of your cape is supposed to get longer, which helps you fly further. And I suppose I'm heading up there. I keep wanting to use the scroll wheel, because I'm used to doing that in Sky. I wonder if I can change the settings. Oh, this is a familiar game dynamic. No, don't forget, Thivia, this is the very start of the game. And as the game's name suggests, it is a journey. And what you make of that journey is up to you. This is just the beginning. All we really know at this point is that we're heading for the mountain. And I am really not in a position to interpret this. I seem to remember from many years ago that how you interpret it is entirely up to the player. I also remember the ending, which I'm not going to spoil. If I was to try and suggest which desert this is based on, I would be very tempted to say the Sahara. Even though actually most of the Sahara is not sandy. It's actually a stony desert. Alright, I'm heading over there, I guess, seeing as there's a light thing, icon. Oh! Is that another player? This isn't technically a multiplayer game, but it does have an online component. So I know that when I played it on PlayStation, that was actually offline. So I never saw another player in the game, but I do know it does have this online component in that as you're going through, you can meet up with other people. Oh, that is funny. I have this impulse to bow. Oh, I've run out of flap. I wonder if I can get up there anyway. No, I can't. It's interesting that there are still people playing. So we have to get up there. How do we get up there? Well, I guess we go this way. I have absolutely no objection to following who someone knows the game better than... Ah, I see. Very similar dynamic. Those who have... Oh, I thought they'd... Those who have played Sky will be familiar with that bit where you have to burn these big jars to release the butterflies. That's Oh, I see. That's how it works. I guess we just need... System still running at 90 degrees centigrade. As far as I can tell, it's not thermal throttling yet. Okay, let's go this way, I suppose. Oh, are you supposed to get that light there? Well, let's follow the other player. I wonder if this is their first time, or have they played it before? Oh, anybody who's done the Days of Color will recognize this. Very similar, in terms of the dynamic, that is. Oh, I see. You can actually... There's more light down there. Oh, this is so similar to that whole sort of collect the wax dynamic they use, and that, of course, is the equivalent of the meditation circle. So is that detailing our... No, that's not detailing our journey across the bridge. Is that detailing where we're going next? Okay. I think one thing I'm going to do is I am just going to stop that. Sorry, I have I had a view of the live stream on YouTube there, so I've just turned that off just to save myself on the temperature, which is still slightly freaking me out. So I should still have the chat. In fact, I should have chat next to my OBS display, but I don't. You know, it's this is weird. This is, so far, the most system-intensive game I've played. Which sounds ridiculous for a game this old, but it's nonetheless true. Even No Man's Sky at 120 frames a second doesn't hit the system this badly. I keep wanting to bunny hop. Oh, I think they've done this before. So, are we supposed to follow? Yes, I guess so. If in doubt, head for the mountain. It's slightly weird. If we get too mixed up, I'm not quite sure which one is me. Hey Thivia, could you say something in chat just that I can make sure I'm getting live chat? Where is it trying to lead us? Ah, that's where it's trying to lead us. Ah, okay. I still have live chat. Alright, let's... Ooh, that's interesting. Now, if you remember, at the beginning of Sky, essentially you're born into the world with no idea of who you are or who you were. This actually has the same start point. You're not given, except even less, you're not given any clues. All you know is, here you are. You know, I'm still keeping an eye on my system's metrics here. And, wow, that's loud for me. And, yeah, Palia has similar similar threading, but it never runs any thread at 100%. This is actually running one at 100%, and then the others are all up near 40 to 50%. I wonder what the speedrun time is for completing the game. I'm sorry, I'm actually staggered. 100% CPU utilization on one thread. And then the rest of them probably are averaging about 40-45%. Average. In fact, my CPU temperature just hit 91 degrees centigrade. Glad I'm not running this at 120 frames a second. What I might do is actually turn down some of the graphics settings. In fact, I think I'm going to do that now. This is way too high, and I don't think I need that. Let's see what that does. And I don't think I need that. I don't know. Don't know if that'll make any difference. Nope, I might actually have to restart the game to get those working. Alright, where am I going? Yeah, I don't think that actually implemented the changes. Do I have to go up there? Alright, let's try that. Oh, that's helpful. Thank you very much. Oh, there they are. Assuming that they know what they're doing, I will follow them. Oh, it might have Okay, those changes might have cooled the CPU down just a little bit. And I can't see any difference on the screen. One thing is that if you're running at high enough resolution, you really don't need anti-aliasing or some of the other graphical effects. Do we have to release those somehow? Well, this is supposed to be a run-through. We can always come back. Or I can always come back at some other time. Yeah, in fact, okay, I did drop my temperatures by about 5 degrees. Alright, that makes me feel a little better. I really don't like running this this system at more than about 80s. Yeah, in fact, and this is purely technical, the other threads in the CPU are running quite a bit less utilization than previously, so one thing I discovered once with No Man's Sky was switching off motion blur dropped temperatures to a worthwhile extent, and I don't see any point in motion blur. Does this seem more interesting now, Thivia? You and I, if you get this, will have to do a run through together. That would be interesting. Oh, look at that! Of course, the only thing that occurs to me is, how would we run it together? Because you can't, I don't think you can meet up with friends in the game. We would have to simply run it at the same time and see what happens. Okay, does this remind anybody of the downhill race in the Valley of Triumph? Or Orbit? Wow. I mean, I say wow. The graphics are not what you would call the most intense in the world, but they are certainly effective. I'll give them that. I'll tell you what, the honk in this is better than you get in Sky. It's more musical. Yep, and the good news for me is that CPU has settled down a bit. In fact, I'm running about, oh wow, 7 or 8 degrees cooler. I'll have that. I wonder who this person is. Oh, I guess we're heading up there. Or I'm not. Where did they go? What? That's some weird... What's that effect at the bottom of the screen? That's interesting. Alright, let's... where are they? Okay. How do I get up? Oh. Yep. I simply can't get high enough. I suspect they'll get irritated and leave me soon, but that's okay. I'll just follow them. Okay. Oh, I see. Oops. I do have to wonder how much of this graphics engine is used by Sky. I mean, it looks quite familiar. It feels quite familiar. I mean, if you've played Sky, this will have a lot of familiarity to you. It's almost like doing a candle run. And did they just take control over us? And I've lost control of the camera? Yep, I think they did. I wrote a review of this on Facebook when I finished playing it. Unfortunately, that Facebook account no longer exists, so I can't look it up and remind myself what I was thinking when I first played it. This is literally the second time I've played it. But you can tell sort of the impact the game had on me, because it's induced me to acquire it again, and it got me to buy Sky Children of the Light. Am I supposed to flap? I don't know. Nope, I guess not. Oh! Are we recharging each other? Yep. I mean, this is a really familiar game dynamic. Somebody has, presumably Genova Chen, but I don't know for sure, has obviously got an idea in their head and then continued it forward. which is interesting. Excuse me a second. Does this remind anybody of the cave's prophecy in the trials? Same scene transitions. Well, so far it's all been sunshine and sand and in the open. Why does this feel just a little bit threatening? Anybody else feeling threatened, or is it just me? Do we go in here? Yep, I guess we do. At least they've made it fairly clear where we have to go. This, you know, is... what's the right term? It looks like an open world game. And yet... it's not. It looks and feels like one. But in some ways, it's almost like you're on rails, sort of loose rails, which is by no means a bad thing when it's implemented like this. Okay, I'm guessing we go down here. How do you see? This is the thing. I know I've played it once before, so maybe I'm remembering stuff from 8 years ago. But so far, it's been very clear where you're supposed to... I say very clear, pretty clear where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do. Oh, okay, they're going over here. Oh, that was rude of me. I should wait. You know what? The camera works almost exactly the same. This is almost like jumping from Yes, look, it's the jellyfish in the hidden forest. Am I supposed to go up here? The other person hasn't. Oh, I see, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's the same camera. Where did they go? Oh, they're around somewhere. Did they go ahead of me? Well, let's see if we can't find them. Oh, there they are. I think they've lost me. Yep, I'm down here. Oh, look at that! That does recharge you. Sorry. Yes, I think I irritated them a little bit. Again, Sky players will be used to this. This is just like a moth incessantly honking at you because they got irritated. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Okay, I'm a little bit... Oh, is that? Arguing in honks, yes. I keep wanting to offer them a friendship candle. Holy moly! Sorry. Pardon me. That's not my typical reaction. Does that remind anybody of a dark dragon? Even down to the blue light? Doesn't look so cuddly, does it? Oh yeah, you honk and you recharge. Yeah. Whoa, what the? Oh. Now, I'll be honest, I do remember these. But I don't remember them being quite like that. Oh, now there's a familiar scene. Anybody remember the first Krill in the Golden Wasteland? Same mechanic. I can't help but feel that honking might just warn... Oh, I'm glad we had the same instinct there. Oh, that cannot possibly be good. If in doubt, run. If it vaguely looks like I know what I'm doing, it's because I've had a lot of practice. Anybody who's played Sky is familiar with this. Whoa. Okay. Alright. My guess would be just to run... Oh, wait a minute. Is that... Actually, do you know what? This reminds me of the Krill in the Abyss quests. Except, of course, we're not underwater. Although, if you want a military perspective, the experts have said that going to war in a desert is not unlike going to war at sea. particularly in a place like the Sahara. Now, I don't know if I knew what I was doing, or if the game just let me get away with it, which I appreciate. I suppose the question is, what happens if you actually stand still and let it hit you? In a way, Vivier, it's a bit of a shame that you're watching this, because now you know what to expect. Yes, it looks like switching all the anti-aliasing off has made a lot of difference. And I'm guessing if I was running at 120 frames a second, it wouldn't make any difference to the CPU, it would just hit the GPU, which doesn't bother me that much. I don't mind running that GPU at 100%. It surprisingly doesn't get massively hot, for complicated reasons. The interesting thing is, when I first played this, I was convinced that the avatars were female. And now, I don't. I think they're male. And they are deliberately non-specific, this much I do know. Oh, heck, that's giving me vibes from the underground caverns. Do we have to go up? What do you want to bet we have to go up? Alright, let's give this a try. No? Just head over here. Sorry, cheeks are a bit scratchy today. Saturday's normally my day off and I didn't shave. Oh, look at that. Like a well-oiled machine. Oh, here's another familiar dynamic. I think. Look at that, that's the cloud dynamic. Cloud recharges you. Haha. I mean, I'm assuming that what we're doing is going along here. Yep, I'm guessing so. Yeah, the flying, while it's not quite the flappiness, and the combination of the flying and the camera is going to be very familiar to anybody who's played Sky. Where did they go? So, am I supposed to be heading for there? What do we reckon? Yep. Ha! And it's the jellyfish again, just rendered in cloth. And what's more, we're above a cloud layer. That glow at the bottom of the screen is... what is that showing me? Is that showing me the location of the other player? Alright. Yep, it's even got the same sound effect. So that's interesting. Your skills from Sky do transfer over. I assume we're heading for that spot up there. There's none of the sense, though, like in Sky, where you know you're... oh, you're kidding me. Is that one of the krill type things? Oh, no, it's not. It's like a manta. It's a manta, except clothy. I must admit, I'm surprised at just how much they've reused. Well, that's not fair. It is interesting how much they've reused of Journey in Sky. Couldn't keep track of which one was me. I think I would say if you've played Sky, you really should play Journey. Oh, and this is one thing I should mention. Anybody who's watching who has watched my ongoing series, Journey of the Wingless. Yeah, it's not an accident it's called Journey of the Wingless. Part of it was from this. It's a bit of an homage, the name is at any rate. Alright, where do I... I have a suspicion I went the wrong way. I did. Okay, if it's got the same... yes, it does. Look at that. I'm here. Thank you very much for waiting. Alright, what am I waiting for / looking for now? I didn't fall off. Apart from the height, or the apparent height, the avatars are quite similar to the ones in Sky. These kind of give the impression of being older. Like how you can take a Sky avatar, and if you can get them tall and dress them properly, they look more adult than Sky Kid. So is this supposed to represent our journey and where we're going next, or is it representing where we've been? And is it an accident that there are 2 avatars there, 2 journeyers? What happens if I come through and there's just me? Is there only 1 avatar present? Yeah, this is the journey we've taken so far. And we're heading towards the mountain. Against the wind, it looks like. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a Journey Sky crossover. Have a season that's like this for Sky. At least they wouldn't have to worry about licensing and copyright. One thing I must admit that I don't like trying to do when you've got players and company like this, I don't like trying to look as though I'm racing, because I'm not. I would rather be a couple of steps behind than in front of them. Even though I've got a pretty good, I say pretty good, obviously I know where we're going, towards the light. That's a recurring theme, isn't it? It's one you play in Sky. Oh, I really don't remember snow. Oh, this has very much got Valley of Triumph feels about it. I think the snow's better. I think they've done the snow better. That cannot possibly be good. Imagine if the Valley of Triumph had krill in it. Alright, what, we just gonna... Where are they going? Oh, this does feel a bit familiar. Trial of Air, anybody? Ooh. Oh, do you know what? This also sort of reminds me of the Season of Moomin. Oh, I see. Hide behind here until... Hide behind here until the wind dies. Ah, and it's also got that Eden sort of dynamic. And the trial of water. Yeah, they did reuse an awful lot of Journey. Which I would never have realized unless I'd done the playthrough, because as I said, I played this literally once before, and that was about 8 years ago. And that was the remastered version on PS4, because originally it was on PS3. Oh, and Trial of Fire. Yep, definitely got some vibes for that. Remember waiting for the giant fireballs so that you can dash through in safety if you're trying to do it solo. Do we have the same thing? I'm guessing not. You know, I have half a suspicion that this other player maybe doesn't realize that this is the first time I've played it. So many of the skills are transferable from Sky. It will feel... Where's the mountain? Oh, is that the moon? We are losing light. Oh, yeah, this definitely brings back memories of the Eye of Eden. I mean, yes, I know the Eye of Eden isn't quite so cold, but, you know, working against the wind, going up the hill, watching out for the dragons. Oh boy, this is quite familiar. Oh, and tell you what, you really get the feeling now that you're starting to struggle. Oh, anybody seen this dynamic before? Oh, I have. Is that sort of like a recharge point? Oh boy, how are we supposed to get over here? Oh, I see. I don't know if you can hear this. I can hear an ice crackling noise. Well, there's the stony beast. You know, I would really, I'd say I would like it if they had a journey crossover in Sky, but I think they would probably turn around and say, well, what do you think this is? And I would have to agree, but... Okay, so I'm gonna hazard a guess and say we go this way. Interesting, slightly interesting difference in play that we have there. My instinct was to go run for cover, theirs was to go round. And, oh yep, we are still recharging each other. Do you know, and again, I know I did play it a long time ago, but I have a feeling we're almost at the end. My playthrough on PS4, I think, took me about 3.5 hours. But I guess because I've got the company of this person in front of me, and I've basically been following them, I think we're going to get through it a lot faster. It isn't a long game, I do remember that much. But it's still... this is still something I would come back to and replay. Hey, probably I'll stream it. Maybe I'll get faster. Maybe I'll explore more. Can't jump anymore. At some point I've got to find out what happens if you get hit by one of those. Oh, and maybe that will happen. Oh no. Oh! Okay, that's what happens. Well that's actually good to know. Ah, they shake themselves. Oh look, I've lost a big chunk of my cape's, what do you call it? Tail? Scarf? Oh, it's a scarf, isn't it? Oops. I can't stop. Must press on. Nope, I didn't need my scarf to be that long. Oops. But I'm not going to run away. I'm going to check up on them. Whoa. That was interesting. Let's go see if they're all right. If I'd been more careful, I don't think this would have happened to either one of us. Oh, come on, thank you. Pillar got in the way. The dynamic compared with the earlier part of the game, where you feel sort of bright and carefree and warm, compared with now, this change, this struggle is quite dramatically different, and I can't tell which of us is which. Oh, I'm that one. It's almost as though this is representing our journey through life. We start the game off young, and now we're getting old. Oh, that's me. I couldn't tell which one of us was which. I wonder if that's what it's supposed to represent. Aging, basically. Despite what you might think, despite, I don't know what people think, this is starting to give me life and death vibes. And in fact, Sky does the same thing. It's very much about life and death in some respects. It's very easy to kind of forget, and you're picking up candles and this sort of thing, but you basically start off as a resurrected spirit. And then you go through Eden, and you die, and you resurrect. So it would make sense that this game has similar themes. Oh yeah, this is familiar. Trial of air, trying to get through the first bits. Okay, I can't jump. Can't fly, obviously. Alright, so I think the trick is to get up there. Now. Go, 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 go. Get up. And go round. Oh, that's slightly disconcerting. I can't see where I'm going. I just need to get to that first alcove. Oh, you frustrating, silly game. Yep, they did it. And that's clearly the trick. Alright, let's give myself a moment here. Oh, I see. I do think that flare at the top of the screen marks their location. I think. Alright, let's see. Oh, it just... The change of camera makes it hard. Yeah, got there. Alright. Oh, that's not a place I want to get caught. I kept expecting rocks to come down. I'm actually just waiting for the other player. I can't see them, unfortunately, so I'm going to wait and see if they catch up. It's only polite after all. Oh, they are. Yeah, there we go, there they are. It's nice to have company. I will say that. I wonder if they're playing on PC or console. I think you can play this on PS5. I don't know. What other platforms is this available? I think it's on iOS. I assume therefore it's on Android. So I suppose they could be on playing with a touchscreen. Or a controller. Or keyboard. I don't know. Oh, we do not look in good shape. Look at us. It's almost as though age has caught up with us as we struggle upwards. And we get slower and slower, even though there's no wind. And still we struggle forward. And I think at this point, there's not much left for us to do but die. And they collapsed, and I've collapsed, and I think we died. You know, I think this is supposed to feel poignant, but all I can think is they look judgmental. Are they judging us? Do they have pity for us? Do they admire our struggle to get this far? Are we resurrecting? Is this the next life? Is this like orbit? Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is entirely too much like getting into orbit. Oh, wow. Yep. I'm gonna go with this is resurrection. Look at us, we're young again, we're rejuvenated. We're moving so much more easily. This feels actually so much more joyous than getting through Eden. Getting through Eden, at the end you feel exhausted. This feels actually much better. It almost feels... After you go through Eden in Sky, you are exhausted. It's that whole sacrifice and death that you've been through. Not dissimilar to this, but this feels better than the resurrection sequence. It does to me at any rate. And you know what I've done? I've completely forgotten about the person I was with. Are they with us? Yes, they are. Oh, they're taking a different route. You know, I really should wait for them, but somehow this feels like it's my moment. If that's selfish, I apologize. I'm simply saying what it feels like. It's almost like I'm young and alive and more healthy than I've ever been. Look at the length of my scarf. Look how easily I can fly. Oh, there they are. You probably can't tell, but this is actually genuinely making me choke up a bit. It's beautiful. Oops, reached the edge of the map. It doesn't matter, does it? I don't believe in an afterlife, but if there is one, I hope it starts off like this. I have no idea what I'm doing now. There we go. Oh, this looks familiar. I've actually got a hell of a lump in my throat. You see what I mean? This was the best game experience of my life when I played it on PS4. It's still a fantastic experience. That was utterly worth every penny spent, which wasn't a lot, it was on offer. It's been worth every minute to get here. We come from a dark abyss. We return to a dark abyss. And we call the luminous interval life. I was pressing forward on the keyboard and I don't need to. Oh, is that what those are? Are those supposed to be tombstones? Are those the tombstones of everyone who has come before us? Is that us? Is that our luminous interval? You know, I just had a horrible thought. What do you want to bet? If I tried uploading this rather than live streaming it, this music would qualify as a copyright strike. Tempted to see if I can skip this just to avoid that possibility, but I won't. And I will tell you this. The reason I haven't stopped the stream yet is because if I recall correctly, this isn't over. (2012? Is the game that old? How many of those stones were there at the beginning of the game? That's it. Now you get to restart.